Yes, yes, yes. We are back. And I'm shooting with the red. Does it look different? I don't know. Does it? I still got a light here. Still got the light here. I got the f-stop at let me see what I got the f-stop at. 11:11. 11:11. Make a wish. 11:11. That's the time I'm recording this, guys. So today I want to talk about purpose, right? And intention. The thing is, I've been doing this YouTube thing for a little over a year. And I will say 7.1 is my f-stop. So I've been doing this YouTube thing for a little over a year. And I've been making content and I've been listening to what people want from my content. And I've been changing a lot. And it comes a time where you got to change again, because if it ain't working, fix it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Right? So this time, I see a lot of people's growth on YouTube, the platform. We're just specifically talking about YouTube. I see a lot of people's growth on YouTube, and they have really small followings on Instagram. So I don't contribute them promoting on their Instagram why their YouTube is growing. So I don't contribute that to their YouTube growth. I feel like YouTube is its own platform, and the way people consume content, they consume content on YouTube for a certain reason, but they also consume content on Instagram for a certain reason. And I really do believe that I shouldn't have to promote what I do on YouTube on Instagram. I'm going to, but I'm saying I shouldn't have to promote it on any other platform, because the way YouTube works is when you make great content and people start viewing it, people start liking it, people start sharing it, it'll start being recommended by more people, in front of more people. I'm not at that point at the moment, but I know that I must be doing something wrong, because I have content that does well, but I have a lot more content that doesn't do as well as the content that does really well. So theoretically speaking, why not make more content like the content that's doing well? And that's why we come to another point where we got to make a shift. And you can't be afraid to make a shift, because you're going to keep, like me personally, I'm going to keep making different shifts, right? I'm going to continue making shifts, right? Until I get it right, until I know that it's working to a point where I see what someone started on Instagram 3 months ago and they have 100,000 followers. When it's working like that, I have to, but the thing is that I don't have to necessarily do what they're doing. I just have to do what I do and put it in front of the audience that likes what I do. I'm learning what people like from me, right? And that's the thing, right? You have to make content from you personally that people are going to want to listen to. I can make a bunch of different content about a bunch of different things, but I have to make the content that people want to listen to from me. I've learned it from my analytics. Anytime I talk about anything technical, YouTube pushes it in front of more people. It's just a fact. I haven't had a video go like 100,000, views from naturally, without organically, like without any ads or anything. But I know it's coming. And the reality is I'm only one video away, but I'm trying to figure out what's going to work for me. The thing is that I have to put myself in my shoes, like I'm working with someone else. And that's what I'm learning how to do. I'm stepping outside of the box and looking at me personally, because I know this may seem strange, but I never really watched none of my footage. I just made it and put it out. I never really watched it. I had an editor edit it, and I just put it out. A couple of them I edited because it was like last minute, and I was like in a time crunch. But the reality is I didn't really watch a lot of my content. And when I was like in a hiatus for like 3 months, I had a chance to kind of watch my content. And I looked at my content like I was a client of mine. And I had to put myself outside the box and see the things that I was doing wrong, see where I can improve on. One of the things was I was talking too fast, and I wasn't clear with my words. Now, I may say words that don't mean anything. I may say words that are not the right words that I should be using at the same time, but I've been doing that my whole life. Grammar, I will tell you first person that grammar was never my favorite thing. English wasn't my favorite subject in class, in school, but I'm working on it. I'm reading, I'm building my word bank where I'm going to be able to have words at my disposal where if I get in a tight, thing, I can use certain words to guide me through the conversation. And that's something I've been learning with my speech coach. But so I've been looking at the content and I'm like, that doesn't seem interesting for me, or that doesn't seem interesting for me. And it's cool because when you look at yourself as a client or as a viewer, you have a different perspective on the type of content you're making. And it is really like, it can be difficult to step outside of yourself and look at the content. I'll tell you this, it was a little easier with the older content because I was like bigger. I looked different. I was making content like if you look at my YouTube and see my growth of my content, even to today, and then you go back 3 months, 6 months, a year, you can really tell that I've really been getting comfortable and been working on my craft of how to make content. I wouldn't really understand how much I've grown if I didn't really go watch all the content. And there'd be days that I just sit down and just watch all the content that I've been making in the past year. And I'm seeing improvement 100% in the way I speak, in the way I articulate my thoughts. But I also see what I would like to see from me. Now, it's much easier if people comment and give honest feedback to what they want to see from me, what they like from me, what they don't like from me. If you can comment in this video, if you are one of those people that watch all my videos, tell me the things you like to watch from me. I want to see if I'm right. Tell me the things you don't want to watch from me. And it's going to give me an idea of where I should go with this channel. I love this channel. I love YouTube. I love making content. I love sitting in front of the camera. I love speaking to you guys. So I want to make content that you're going to love. That brings me to this point. So I was thinking about going through my analytics and thinking about what content should I make. And I like to put it in I'm a true believer in posting as much as possible. Right? Because the algorithm, it has a very heavy appetite and it likes to eat. And you got to think about the algorithm like it's a big bear that's really hungry, and your content is food for that bear. And the bear is going to be really happy if you feed them. It's going to be really sad if you don't. And you want to make the bear happy, the algorithm. And the more you feed that algorithm, the more the algorithm is going to feed you with putting you in front of the people that you need to be in front of. So I had a different schedule, and I don't really remember it. But if you're a follower of mine and you watch my content, you got an idea of what were the things that I used to talk about. And I'm again a true believer in just straight niching and niching down. But if I do that, I'm only going to make a video once a week, right? Because if I'm talking about one thing, how much can I talk about that one thing? And even if it's a skill video or it's relationships or whatever it is, you only could talk about but one thing, right? So, but so many times. So I want to try this. I'm going to try this. So today is July 9th, 11:22. I haven't recorded any content. So even if I do this, it's going to be some time before I do it. Like maybe a week or two, right? Because I have to record the content and I have to record a ton of content on each subject. But I was thinking about what can I do, right? To keep my, sanity and not like just make the content that you guys love, but make maybe 90% of the content. Remember, it's an 80-20 rule. 20% of the content can be the things you like. 80% of the content has to be the things that everyone else likes. 100%. And you, in the beginning, you make whatever you make. And you put a variety of content out and try to see what people want to see from you. Because there's things that you can talk about that won't go viral, won't even hit a nerve, hit the algorithm, but someone else could talk about it and it's going to. Because the way they articulated it was more, I could say digestible or more viewable, or it was more entertaining from them. And it wasn't as entertaining from you. And you can't take that personal, but you have to take it with criticism where you can understand what you didn't do right, what you did do right, and what you can do right going forward. So this is going to be the new schedule I'm going to try to maintain. And I say try because I'm going to see how it works, how I can make the content for you guys and be consistent with it. Because my goal on this channel at this moment right now is to at least make one video a week. I made a video this week. I'm making another video 2 days later, which I may put this out tomorrow. But my goal on this channel is to make one video a week. That's right now. Now, if I can make a video every single week, every single day, I know it's going to be better because I seen all my numbers rise when I did that. Because I'm hitting you with so much. Like if you subscribe to me, it's like on Instagram. And I want you to think about this. Or you can go do it now. Go to Instagram and subscribe to somebody. Watch how many times all their content shows up in their feed. That's why you have to have a ton of content ready for when they subscribe to you. The algorithm is going to throw, they know that you are interested in this person. So they're going to take their content, and it could be week, 2 week, 3 weeks old, but they're going to take their content and throw it in your face because you just subscribed to them. So it's important to have content. So now I was thinking like anything technical, anything about tech, anything about, how to do something, how-tos, they all do well. My mindset videos don't do as well, but my mindset videos is something I like speaking about. And mindset could be about almost anything, and just could be ideas. It could be ideology. It could be spiritual. It could be about anything. Mindset is, your mindset is like so many things. Like the other day I spoke about the mindset of how people perceive you. That's a whole different mindset. Like I have this mindset about myself, but the mindset that I portray to other people for how they want to perceive me is totally different. And it didn't add up. And I put that together. I'm like, it don't add up. So mindset is something I can talk about. Whether or not you like it or not, I can still talk about it because I enjoy talking about it. 2 is that it's liberating for me. But 3 is that it's a different way of thinking, and maybe you don't like it now, but maybe you might like it going forward, like in the future, because I'm going to get better at it. I'm going to work on it, because also it's just things, ideas coming from my mind, and I'm just saying them, and they might be not said correctly or in a way where it's understandable, but as I continue to do it, I'm going to get better and it's going to be more understandable. So that's why I want to get, that's my 20%. That one day is my 20%. Everything else is going to be what you want from me, what I realize that you want from me. So Mondays is going to talk about my mindset, all things mindset. Tuesdays is something that is a trending topic right now, and I'm going to use the fact that it's trending and speak about it. I'm gonna do reviews or speak about something in AI every single Tuesday. Whether it's an app, whether it's news, whether it's something that's happening in AI, it's gonna be AI Tuesdays. Every single Tuesday, you're gonna hear something from me that is something that has to do with AI. Wednesdays. This is something new. And the thing is, the reason why I want to speak about it, because I did one video on YouTube, and it's the thumbnail says YouTube hack, but the title says, if you're in real estate, you need to watch this. Now, I own a ton of real estate. I don't speak about it, but I think I'm very proficient and very well educated in real estate at this moment, at this point in my life, because I've did a lot of transactions. I've did short-term rentals. I've did long-term rentals. I've did short sales. I've did long sales. I've held. I've flipped. I've done so many different transactions at this point that, and I live on like the MLS and Zillow. So Wednesdays, I'm going to talk about real estate. MG might love that. He might not. But MG, you know how much I love real estate. Thursdays. This is where I want to take a product, or I want to take something that I want to review that has something to do with technology. I love technology. I research technology every single day. I live on Engadget. I live on, YouTube for like reviews, but I want to review certain things. Like I can review this monitor. I could review this laptop. I can review this mic. This is a new mic. I'm going to review this mic. It might be the first video, but I'm going to do that for Thursday. Why did I pick that? Because I've done reviews and they've done really well. So again, I'm taking my analytics. I'm looking at what people want to hear from me or want to see me do, and I'm re-engineering my content. You can't be scared to mix it up. Fridays. Now, it could be just me and Jessica, the fact that we're a couple, and my wife, we're a couple, and that you love seeing us together. But every single time that I'm interviewing with her, it does well. So I want to interview people in the technology space. I'm keeping it all technology. I want to interview people in the technology space or in the media space every single Friday. Now, I may not get a lot of people for Friday, right? Because I just may not, right? Or I may, I don't know. But I will tell you this. It will be at least once a month that I have an interview, but I'm going to release that interview on the Friday. I took the analytics from me and Jessica, and I took the analytics from me being interviewed from other people, and I analyzed the data, and the data says that when I'm speaking with someone, my conversation is a lot better me on the outside as a client, as a someone that I'm looking at myself as a client, I see that I am more articulate with my thoughts and the way I speak when I'm being interviewed or when I'm interviewing someone else. So that leads me to believe that if I have an interview with someone, my content is going to be something that you want to listen to from me. It's simple as that. I'm analyzing data, I'm looking at the data, and I'm taking it and I'm using it in my best interest to better my content and make it where it's more interesting and more viewable to you guys. Saturday, I want to pull out my vibe board, and I don't know what I can write on that vibe board, but there's so many things I can do on the vibe board. But it was called, what was it called? That is the same class. I don't even want to stop that because, and I stopped it for a long time, but classes in session, that's what it was. But classes in session on Saturdays, that is still some of my best videos that I made. But again, don't fix nothing that ain't broke. Saturdays, I just haven't made a lot of it. But the ones I made, they were amazing. And that might just be like, I could break it down to just analyzing Instagram pages, analyzing YouTube pages, analyzing websites and things like that for the beginning. Just something that I can kind of use the board and just go through things with you guys to make you understand. I can have people call in and they want to get their page analyzed. That actually is a great idea because I was at Jessica's event and a few people they asked me, well, one person asked me, what would you do differently on my Instagram page? I started to help them and give them input. And then what? You're giving input on it? Like 3 other people came over and wanted input as well. What does that tell me? People, that is a problem and I have a solution. So that is going to be another class. And Sunday is a flex day. I may do a class on Sunday, I may not, but it may be a rest day. But Sunday is going to be a rest day. The goal is to make all this content in one day per week or per month. So you got to think about it like this. I need 4 AI videos per month. So whether it's 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, I could talk about or speak about 4 different AI apps in a video and cut them all up and make that the whole month for AI. So I got Tuesdays out the way. Mondays, I could think about 4 different mindset things. And, I think it's better to just do it all for the month. And it might take about 4 or 5 hours to do. But that's 4 or 5 hours of content that all I have to do is record it and I send it to the editor and I never have to touch it again. I'm going to get my long form, I'm going to get my medium form, and I'm going to get my shorts all with my editor, and then I can have them posted or I can post it and schedule it, whatever. But I have my content for the whole entire month, 1 day out the week. That is the ideal situation. That's exactly what I did for the first two months of my content. I literally recorded it in like 2 or 3 days. And I kept putting it out. So that is going to be my schedule. That is the schedule that I'm going to be shooting for. Now, I'm going to try my best to keep the consistency with this schedule and see how it works. Obviously, if it works really well, I'm going to be more inclined to put, emphasis into that content, right? Because it works and I see myself growing. But if it's growing at a slow pace, that's when I sit back, analyze, view, and see what's going on, what can I do better? And that's when I actually take a step back to see how can I make it better. And that's why I had to take a step back to see what I can do better, how I can improve my speech, how can I connect with you better. And those are the things that I've been doing for, the last 3 months. And I know that you guys are going to like this content making better than any of my other content, because it literally aligns with what you guys were seeing from me and what you were more engaged in from me. So I know already that it's going to work better. How better? To be seen. So that's what I wanted to speak about today. I wanted to speak about updated of where I'm going with it. I know my last video I said I'll be wearing suits, but I got to go get some suits. Because, I'm a skinny man now. I gotta get some suits to fit me. But that is my new, look going forward. I will be wearing suits. I'm not sure if I'm going to be wearing suits for my videos. I still haven't figured that out yet. Or even when I go to take Legend. But when I go to any outing, I'm going to be wearing a suit for sure. I do have a lot of nice clothes, casual clothes. I have to have somewhere to wear them, but that's another conversation for another day. But guys, and I appreciate you guys for continuing to support the channel. I love you guys. Continue to watch. I told you, I'm never going to give up on you guys. Don't give up on me. Let's get it.